If you want to trade with me, I have a shadow trading program where you will be added to a private group and receive alerts in a moment's notice anytime I enter and exit a trade. Click the link in the description below and let's start making this money together. Hello everyone, welcome back to the TradeFront channel, and today we're going to go over part 2 of the basics of NADEX. Now today we're going to be discussing the basics of using the charts on the NADEX platform and identifying support and resistance areas. Right now I just have a little example pulled up. This is what temporary support and resistance looks like. You see these 3 big humps here are the resistance levels, and these 4 humps under are the temporary supports. So if I were to make a trade on this here, I would be waiting for this strike price here, 1.1333, to have a decent 75 versus $25 return ratio, meaning I would buy at most $75 to buy in for at least a $25 profit. And on the resistance side of things, it looks like it is heading towards where I would want it to go. You would want it to get up here at 1.1345 for the temporary resistance. And temporary is a very key word there. You also want to look at the macro scale of things when it comes to identifying solid support and resistance, especially if you're going to be trading over an hour or 2 hour contract window, expiration window. So on the 5 minute, this is fine though. As you can see, every time it tested the resistance so far in this pattern, this small time frame, it has worked in the favor of going to the opposite side of the trend that is currently on once it reaches those extremes. So like I said though, I would wait until it gets, a little under the maximum height of the hump, of the biggest hump in the support versus resistance area. So that's a quick example of that. I don't use really any of the drawings or indicators. To me, I don't like to overcomplicate my trading. I like to keep it very simple. And I mean, thus far it's been successful. Of course, you will have losing days, losing situations. That will happen to everyone, no matter what tools you're using. But when you're trading based on, volatile market behavior or easy to predict patterns like support and resistance, you can essentially eyeball things, and that's why I like to get the strike price furthest away from the temporary support and resistance. That way it gives you some leeway room in case things go wrong. That way you can hit your stop loss in a more timely fashion. That way you're not hung out to dry and things are moving too quickly for you. So let's see. So in recap, you just want to study the extreme pools on either side. A lot of people would also call this swing trading because it's like a swing, how it goes up and down, and you're hitting it on those ups and those downs. So that covers the chart basics of support and resistance trading. As a small recap, over the past 3 days, starting Sunday, we had a successful 3 trades in our shadow trading program, all expiring profitable. Of course, I took scalps early. We'll go over scalping more in my later parts of this series of the basics of NADEX. Night number 2, we actually weren't able to place any trades because all the contracts were too expensive for my liking. And if any one of you know me, I like to trade quality over quantity. I don't want to overpay for anything. Same as when you go to the store, why pay $3 extra for the bread when you can pay $2 for the bread? So that was that. And then last night we had 1 contract we were able to get into. It expired profitable. I took my profits early. And then we had a second contract we weren't able to get into because it was a working order that never hit. But that so far is our trading week, so we're looking very profitable, right on schedule. And this will be all for today's video, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Stay safe out there. Peace. If you want to trade with me, I have a shadow trading program where you will be added to a private group and receive alerts in a moment's notice anytime I enter and exit a trade. Click the link in the description below, and let's start making this money together.